ओम श्री चिन्मय सद्गुरवे नमः। Confinedness is confinedness. Bondage is bondage. जंजीर जंजीरी है. श्रृंखल is श्रृंखल. Whether it is made up of iron or gold, it doesn't matter. पराधीनता की जीवन, दासत्व की जीवन सबसे बड़ा अभिशाप है हमारा जीवन में. हम लोग पुराने जमाने का इतिहास पढ़ते हैं. दास प्रथा, जब उस समय लोगों का कोई सेइंग्स नहीं था, उसके ऊपर बहुत सारे मूवी भी बनाया गया. मनुष्य को दास बना के बेचा जाता था. बाद में उनके साथ ऐसे करते कि एक कुत्ते के साथ भी लोग ऐसे नहीं करते. उनका पूरा जिंदगी बर्बाद हो जाता. We have read about the slavery. उनका जब कोई मूवी बनता तो दिखाई नहीं देता. शरीर में, मन में, रग रग में इतना भयानक दृश्य. कभी दास को सिंह के पिंजरे में डालकर सारे लोग मजा लूट रहा है कि कैसे वो सिंह के साथ लड़ रहे हैं. सिंह कैसे बुरी हालत, बुरी हरकत से एक जीवित मनुष्य को खा रहा है. Consider yourself as that das. You are the slave of your own sense organs. Unless and until you become free, जितना भी अच्छा कपड़ा पहनो, जितना भी अच्छा सोसाइटी में जाओ, जितना भी महंगा कार में चढ़ो, जितना भी लोग तुम्हें सर, मैडम, स्वामी जी, महाराज करके पुकार, unless and until you are free from the shackle of your indriyas, your vasanas, your lower tendencies, your life is horrible. Horrible till horrible. क्योंकि मृतदेह जब ले जाते हैं, बोलो हरि हरि बोल, बोलो हरि हरि बोल. Till you live and under the spell of the things, your life is horrible. भगवान शंकराचार्य जी is giving one drishtanta analogy and one darshtranta, the actual situation, by two following verses. जलादि संसर्गवशात् प्रभूत दुर्गन्धधूता गरुदिव्यवासना संघर्षणेनैव विभाति सम्यग् विधूयमाने सति बाह्यगन्धे जलादि संपर्कवशात् प्रभूत दुर्गन्धधूता गरुदिव्यवासना संघर्षणेनैव विभाति सम्यक् विधूयमाने सति बाह्यगन्धे अन्तःश्रितानन्तदुरन्तवासना धूलिविलिप्सा परमात्मवासना प्रज्ञातिसंहर्षणतो विशुद्धा प्रतीयते चन्दनगन्धवत्स्फुटा अन्तःश्रितानन्तदुरन्तवासना धूलिविलिप्ता परमात्मवासना प्रज्ञातिसंहर्षणतो विशुद्धा प्रतीयते चन्दनगन्धवत्स्फुटा. Word for word meaning. Jaladi samsarga vasat. Whenever some biodegradable thing, here Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji is talking about aguru and chandan, sandalwood. If it comes contact into water or if it stays unused for a long time in a moist climate, प्रभूत दुर्गंध धूता ऐसे लगता है, it seems that an odor is coming, very bad smell, foul smell is coming. Agaru divya vasana. Divya vyasana means divine smell of aguru. Aguru, now it is available in the bottle in a liquid form, but it's the root and the stem of a tree. And because of that, Agartala name has come. Because in that place, that plenty of aguru was there. So, Sangharshanena eva bahya gandhe samyak vidhuvamane sati vibhati. All the bad smell, odor, foul smell, it was temporary. It came because of the moist weather or the water contact with the wood. So externally, it smells very badly. But whenever you just take out the things from the moist climate or from the water and put it under the scorching sunlight, the foul smell goes off. Again, the good smell. What about the smell of it? It gets expressed. First thing. Second is antasrita ananta duranta vasana dhuli vilipta. Likewise, our Atma, which is considered as sandalwood or aguru, it is ananta duranta vasana dhuli vilipta. It is covered with the dust of eternal and unrestrictable vasana. परमात्मा वासना मीन्स आत्मा की जो सौरभ है, हमारा स्वरूप का जो प्रकाश है, प्रज्ञा अति संघर्षणतः, मतलब उधर भी क्या देखा, एक तो है सूर्य किरण में लाने से जब उनका जो फंगल इफेक्ट वो चला गया, then the original smell of sandal comes out. And if you start rubbing it on the stone, then only the good smell comes. Here also, our antakaran is covered with the dust of lower tendencies, and eternally, and it is unrestrictable. It's like the violent horse, wild horse. But if you can restrain it, you can bring it in the light of knowledge. And gharshan means if you do charcha of jnanam every moment, every moment. आंख बंद करने से सब लोग परमहंस है. Who are you? Your best parichay is when you work with others, when you deal with others. What is your attitude? Can you keep up your dignity? Dignity means मान सम्बन्धे हुंश. I'm not only a Homo sapiens. विचार, विवेक, प्रेम, क्षमा, ये हमारा धर्म है. नदी से बिच्छू जा रहा है. A very poisonous scorpion floating in the river could not save his life. Once sadhaka, spiritual person like you, sat on the bank of the river, it saves the scorpion's life. After getting saved, that scorpion stung that person. and it was a deadly pain. That holy person, like all of you, threw it in the bank of the river. Again, that scorpion, it was playing, and suddenly it fell down in the river. Again, that holy person picked it up and tried to save the scorpion's life. Again, it stung. Same thing happens thrice and fourth. One person was there beside that holy person. He asked, the scorpion is stinking you every time. Why are you saving its life? Told, it is its dharma. Why should I leave my dharma? When after so many things, it could not leave its own dharma. Why should I leave my dharma? Whatever, whenever it is required, you have to raise your voice. It's true. But how? As if a king plays a role of a beggar on the dais, knowing verily I am a king. But when he plays the role of a beggar, he plays accordingly. So he knows when my acting, my role playing should be stopped. Because script is absolutely in his mind. So according to the flow of the drama, according to the script is there, according to the demand of the situation, he plays, but he knows where to stop. And love, love is the basis. If you scold anyone else, there should be love. That should be your signature, you know. Believe me, wherever my students go, people ask them, where do you study? You are absolutely different than others. How it happens? Every day and night, morning, evening, afternoon, I say love. मैं तो प्रेम बेचता हूँ, वेदांत तो किताब में है. Vedant is in the book. I teach love. वेदांत पढ़ाने की अधिकार मेरा नहीं है, लेकिन प्रेम बांटने का अधिकार तो गुरु ने दिया. So how it will come out? With the close proximity of the person who is full of love. And when you are away from that person or subject, abhyas, jnana abhyas, prem adhyas, abhyas. If you do practice of anything, you will become that things. Believe me, I have witnessed it. One lady who was terribly afraid, allergic with the furry animal like cats, dogs. I have witnessed. And how much allergic? Never touched in her whole life. Never ever touched. So much allergic. Suddenly in their home, one small dog came. All the male members go out in the daytime. They come back in the evening. That lady and that dog. And the dog stays upstairs in the rooftop, whether it is scorching heat or a rainy season or anything else, because there was a shed. The lady never thought of that things. Means there was no thinking process that one day, but small dog, it knows only that lady, because most of the time in a day, the dog spends time virtually from a distance with that lady. One day, there was raining cats and dogs. It's a small puppy. A lady is a mother too. Her heart was melt. What she will do? She brought 3, 4 shadi, covered the puppy, and brought that saris, the bunch of saris, and took the puppy in the downstairs and removed the saris, and she came up to the cot. And the puppy was small, it has no capacity to jump. As if there was a Mahabharata Yuddha at the home with her husband and with her sons. But slowly, slowly, that lady understood that that puppy is also the part of the family. All the male members and other relatives started telling her, why don't you try once to love it? And that lady in her old age started newly in a new habit to love a furry animal. She used to love, but she never thought that it will be mine, or I have to touch it, I have to nurture it, I have to pet it, I have to nourish it. No. After 6 months, one afternoon, that lady was little bit tired, and the male member saw that lady is sleeping very peacefully. on her cot, and the dog slept, putting its head here on the chest as if a human baby sleeps with its mother. And the dog became the inseparable entity of that lady's life. So if you start practicing love, suppose if we think, if we judge ourselves that I am having, lacking of these things, some lacuna is there. And if we start practicing it, we can adopt it. Then we become that. Got it? So I will just read what Gurudev has told wonderfully. He has written everything else. I will just read, okay? Listen carefully. Because of the vasanas, the human personality putrefies. Putrefies means जो दुर्गंध करते हैं, बनाते हैं. Putrefies and gathers the stinking smell of lust, greed, anger, delusion, and so on. The smell of flesh and its sensuality are the very characteristics of our personality at present. It does not have the beautiful fragrance of our essential nature. Instead of being useful to other members of society, we are ready to disturb them at all times. Indicating this, Bhagavan Shankaracharya ji gives an example. Sandalwood, when put in water and allowed to remain in it for a long time, emanates an obnoxious odor from the rotting wood. Ordinarily, it has the most heavenly fragrance. But when it remains in contact with water for a long time, it starts stinking. If the wood is taken out and rubbed against a stone, the fragrance slowly emerges to waft pleasant satisfaction to all. Similarly, even though you are the Atma, because of your identification, means adhyasa, with the body, the stink of your vasanas or lower tendencies is coming out at the moment. Lust, anger, greed, and so on contribute their stink at all times. Love, mercy, and kindness have no accommodation in the heart. To gain its original status, the personality needs a little rubbing. It should be rubbed against the greater knowledge in meditation. The filth and the stink will go away, and one's real nature will then be revealed. By rubbing, we are not giving the smell to the sandalwood. Its fragrance is already in it. It was not available, that's all. Similarly, Divinity is not to be given to you from somewhere else. The Upanishad thunders, Tattvamasi, you are that divinity. The inner essentially divine fragrance is covered by the dust of the dirty vasanas at present. The dirty vasanas are the social, the physical, and the vasanas for acquiring knowledge. Because of these ultimate propensities, the divinity in us is not able to express itself. Hence emanates the stink of our personality. Under such circumstances, the personality needs some rubbing, a little scrapping with the right knowledge. By meditation, when the right knowledge is poured into the mind, it leaves its filthy unworthy vasanas. Then the real nature of the self manifests itself, just as the sandalwood on scraping wafts its refreshing fragrance. Hari Om Tat Sat. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.